Hey, this is Robert Plank, and I'm not sure how well you know me. I have a book out called WWHW Easily Create a Book, Podcast, or Online Course in Just a Few Easy to Follow Steps. And I enjoy creating books. I think it's fun to put your words in print and have express your ideas in a more permanent way. And this book has sold about 1,000 copies a month. We're at about 4,200 copies sold. And I'm saying that not to brag, but I want you to be a little jealous or a little envious of you personally being in a book. And so what does this have to do with you? Well, have you thought about getting yourself published and being in a book? Well, I'm guessing most likely, because it's a great way to just have this business card that no one really wants to throw away. But the problem is that you have to write the dang book. Now, a solution is to get yourself in what's called a compilation book. And this is what we're looking at here. This is what we put out last year. And we have a new one coming out this year called Level Up, and I'll get to that in a second. But I just want to introduce to you this idea of you being in a compilation book. And what does that mean exactly? It means that you have a chapter where there are other people in this book. You see that there are multiple authors here, but one of these chapters could be you, where you have this chapter title, you have your name here, it has your photo, it has your bio, and then it explains one of your big ideas. And what's great about this compilation book concept is that you don't have to write a whole book. You write a chapter, and if you think about it, a chapter can be 5 or 10 pages, and not even real pages. They're small size pages. But the important thing is that at the end, once you've expressed a few things, now it has your contact information at the end, so people know to find you and reach out to you. And also there's the added benefit that everyone who's in the compilation book promotes it, so you might be able to ride the coattails of someone who's slightly more famous who is also a part of this book. But the drawback towards some of these compilation book offers out there is sometimes they're thousands and thousands of dollars, which that's okay, charge what you're worth, but also they require you to submit and write your own chapter. And I want to make it easy for you. If you want to write your own chapter as part of this Level Up book, that's great and that's fine, you can do that. But what I would like to do is, after you take me up on this offer and go to the checkout page, you will schedule an interview with me. And I've interviewed over 500 plus guests on my podcast called the Marketer of the Day podcast. We're approaching episode number 700, and some of the episodes were just me. Sometimes we had repeat guests, but I've interviewed 500 people. I've had 500 conversations asking people about their big ideas, their passions, what their roadblocks and struggles were, where they see others struggling, how they can help people. And what we can do is I can interview you and ask you about your business, your website, what you have going on, your big idea, and then I can work my magic just like in the Marketer of the Day book and remove my questions out of the conversation, go take it to my proofreader and edit things down and make it in your voice, but put it into written book form. So that way I do most of the work, right? You just show up, you have a telephone conversation with me, you answer some questions, and then boom, just like that, you're in a book. Last time we put the book in Kindle, paperback, and audiobook, Audible form, and I want to do that again this time, but I also want to give you a personal private label version of the book. So you see that I had some just test mock-up copies made here where we made versions of the book with different authors. So this could be you on the cover of the book. It could be your picture, your name, your bio, and your website on the back. And I'm going to be, for every single person who's in the book, I'm going to be making a real cover with this. I mean, it's going to look exactly like this with the trophy and the staircase, but it's going to have your photo and your name and your bio on the back. So you'll have your own private label, not on Amazon, but on a print-on-demand site where you can order as many copies as you want at cost. Private label version of the Level Up book. So that way you can have yourself on the cover, you be chapter 1 before anyone else. And the final bonus that I hope pushes you over the edge, I hope blows your mind, is I also want to give you about this size of a pocketbook version of just your chapter. So just your 10 or 15 or so pages, however the interview ends up being, and put it into a small book form that you can just carry around in your pocket. So I want to, on the price you see on this page, I want to give you a chapter in our new Level Up book, which the premise here, it's all about how you've been able to take things in your own life and your business to the next level. I want to give you a chapter in the book. I want to give you your own private label version in addition to the Amazon stuff. I want to have the version of your book with you on the cover, and I want to give you a pocket version of the book, and I want to make it as easy as possible for you. So I want you to consider being in a group compilation book, and I want you to consider doing this with me because I can make it easier than anyone else for you to have a chapter in this book. I'll interview you, I'll do all the hard work, and then on launch day, January 1st, 2020, we'll all be promoting the Level Up book with you in it. So it's also a great way for you to get traffic, right? Because we have all these co-authors who are all telling their audience about this book that they are in, that you are in. So now this is a new way to network that not a lot of people know about or have access to or have the capability to do, but now you do because you're on this page. So check out the deadlines, check out the details, check out the offer of the Level Up book, and I hope to see you on the inside. Thank you.